Today on Cutler's Court.
I would give him my half of the rent money, come around, he didn't pay the rent. He didn't never pay the rent, ever.
What was he doing with the money?
I think he was tricking it off with females at his job, smelling like white diamonds.
No, Your Honor. She bad with money. She was also cheating because she wrote this look, I like big black things.
He left me in debt. He left me with all this stuff to handle by myself with no warning or nothing.
We'll find out today if he is ordered to pay. This is Cutler's Court. Diamond Walton is suing her ex-husband after his negligence led to an eviction and several accounts in collections. She is demanding that he pay the apartment collection fee and half of the unpaid bills, totaling $1,389. Eric Watkins claims he got nothing in their divorce, and his ex-wife will get nothing now. He says the bills were in her name. She initiated the divorce, so the responsibility falls on her.
Your Honor, this is case number 1121, Walton versus Watkins.
Thank you, Tashi. Good day, everyone. Miss Walton and Mr. Watkins, you all were married, and now you're divorced. That should be the end of the story, but it's not. Miss Walton, what are we doing here today?
I'm here today because I'm suing my ex-husband of 7 years for not only destroying my credit, but just being a cheater and a conniver and just doing whatever he wanted to do to me, pretty much.
Destroying credit, cheater, and conniver?
Yes. Let me tell you why we're here today.
All right.
Well, and why I divorced him. Well, he used to go to work all the time, and when he come home, super late, like he'll come home, he'll get off of work at like 3 o'clock. He'll come home at like 9 o'clock, smelling like white diamonds. And I don't wear white diamonds. I love Bath and Body Works.
The perfume white diamonds?
Yes, the strong white diamonds, like the real stout white diamonds that everybody wears, but I don't wear it because I wear Bath and Body Works.
Okay.
And I accused him of it, and I asked him, like, why you always coming home smelling like white diamonds? And he was like, I don't smell like white diamonds. This is my work scent. But you work in a whole warehouse. Where's the white diamonds at?
It's not a white diamonds warehouse, is it?
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay.
So, and how did you know it was white diamonds?
Because it's a very distinctive smell. You know how you go to church and you sit by, you know, the lady of the church or your grandmama and you smell that real strong white diamonds, or they hug you and the scent stays on you really strong.
Oh my Lord. So you saying that it sticks with you. It
yes, and it be all over him.
When my mother wouldn't say it lingers, she said, oh, that lingers.
Yes,
okay.
It does.
All right, I know what you're talking about. Okay, Mr. Watkins, were you coming home with a lingering scent?
No, Your Honor. I don't know what white diamond is.
So what were you smelling like?
I was smelling like myself, coming from home from work, kind of, you know.
And you work in a warehouse?
Bit. Yes.
Okay, so, you know, there are a lot of jobs you can come home from that, you know, you hug people all day, and so some scent can rub off on you. So when you get home, you might smell like perfume. Warehouse is as far away from smelling nice, if you're in a warehouse all day, as far away as you can get from smelling like white diamonds. So how do you reconcile that?
Well, probably one of my supervisors, you know, gave me a hug or whatever. Glad to see me at work on time, and probably where the white diamonds came from.
Hold on. So one of your supervisors at the warehouse is wearing white diamonds to work. Is that kind of where you're going with this?
Yes.
Okay, how do you explain the time gap? You get off at 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and you're not coming home till 9 o'clock. How do you explain that?
I explain that because I rise around. Like when I get off work, I rise around because she's be angry. I don't want to go right home because she's angry. She come out with some unnecessary stuff to say to me.
What kinds of things she angry about?
She is about, like, why I'm showing up too late, you know, coming home too late.
You know, but you understand that you're coming home too late because you're driving around, right?
Yes, and I drive around every day. So
you drive around for 6 hours?
6 hours every day to
what
calm my nerves.
What kind of gas are you spending? You got that kind of gas money that you're going to drive around for 6 hours?
Yes, I got that 6 hours. I got that kind of gas money driving.
Every day?
Every day to not hurt her mouth yelling and arguing.
How bad is it at home that you would rather spend the gas money to drive around for 6 hours instead
every
of
day?
Well, that explains why they're divorced, but good grief.
And it also explains why they weren't paying bills, because he was buying everything for the gas. What in the world? Okay, so you did not buy this story that he was just driving around.
Oh, I know he was driving around till the wheels fell off because he wrecked my Chrysler 200 that he ended up buying me for my birthday. He had bought me a Chrysler 200 for my birthday.
Nice.
So, yes, I loved that car. It rode nice, and that's when he wrecked it right there.
Oh,
Like he had a
no.
very
That was a
bad wreck.
bad wreck.
So
A
how did-
real bad wreck.
So what happened? How did the wreck happen?
Well, the people, I ended up calling him because, again, he was late coming home. So I called him, and the lady actually answered the phone and told me, Miss Watson, can you go ahead and go to the hospital because that's where your husband is. So I went to the hospital, and they didn't let me see him till almost 2 hours after I got there because they had to get him stable. He was in a very bad position, and I stuck by his side through that the whole time. He had 4 broke ribs. He had a concussion. He had started seizing and everything. And I was right there by his side the whole time just for him to get well and continue to do me wrong.
That's not true, Your Honor. When I did woke up in a bad car wreck, she wanted to pull the plug on me and ended my whole career and whatever.
So you're saying she pulled the plug on your relationship, not you?
Not me. She wanted to pull the plug on me to end this whole relationship she had
was
gone
done.
on. She was done with me.
All right, Miss Walton, did you pull the plug on the relationship?
Yes, I most definitely did.
Oh, so you were like, no more.
I got tired of it. I got tired of his games. I got tired of his manipulation. I got tired of him staying out late, messing up my credit, not paying the rent. Like he couldn't
Tell me
handle
about
his
this credit issue that you
Well, we got put out of 2 apartments
Oh.
due to not paying rent. I would give him my half of the rent money and be like, can you go pay this? Can you go handle this? And he'd be like, yeah, baby, I got you. And come around, he didn't pay the rent. He didn't never pay the rent, ever. And we was 3 months delinquent. That's why we got evicted. So that's on my credit report. And after all he did,
What was he doing with the money?
I think he was tricking it off with females at his job, smelling like
Your
white
Honor.
diamonds.
No, Your Honor. She was also cheating because she wrote this little incident on Facebook, was like, I like big black things. And I was like, what is big black things? You know what I'm saying? So
You thought she was cheating?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what is big black things because she like big black things. So
And how did you find this? You found it in her phone?
on Facebook.
On
so
Facebook.
Facebook is public. Everybody gonna see it. She love big black things. So
Well, how do you know she wasn't talking about you?
cause she got the things with the incident of things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So she
plural.
talk about plenty of things.
Plural.
So
See? If it was just
Oh.
one thing, then he
Yeah.
would have thought it was him.
Yeah,
But when you
no.
thing it out plural,
Then it was more than him.
more than him.
Okay.
That's a reasonable conclusion.
No, but I mean that is. Okay, all right. I was like.
Wait a minute, how many did you count? Was that 1, 2, 3? What was
No,
that?
I was like, I like big black things.
And I cannot lie.
No, that's a whole nother thing.
With the
that's a
ends
whole
at the
nother
end.
thing.
That's a whole nother thing.
Yes.
Coming up,
But you were driving around each day for 6 hours before you went home, and one day you decided, I'm not going back.
every time I go back, it's a big problem. It's an argument. She yelling at me.
I loved that man. I did. I loved
did.
him with everything in my heart and my soul.
And
I tried everything to make it work with him.
does your husband owe you money and never paid you back? Submit your case at cutlerscourt.com.
He'd get off of work at like 3 o'clock. He'd come home at like 9 o'clock, smelling like white diamonds. And I don't wear white diamonds.
She was also cheating because she wrote this on Facebook. I like big black things. And I was like, what is big black things?
okay, so Miss Walton, I feel compelled to ask you, do you like big black things?
Your Honor, yes I do, but I wasn't referring to what he thought I was referring to.
Okay, illuminate. Tell me what you were talking about, because
I
it
was just
sounds
pretty
like
much-
something to me.
I can't remember the name of the song, but I was just quoting the song. It wasn't like, I don't even have time to cheat. He had all the time to cheat in the vehicle to cheat with.
Driving for
Right.
6 hours every day, you can get a lot done.
Wait,
Yeah,
hold on. Out of all the songs from which you could have pulled lyrics to post, you chose that song and that particular phrase. I want to know why.
Because he was gone, and I wanted him to read the post so he can get upset and come home.
Did it work?
No.
Still driving around
Still
for 6
driving
hours?
around,
6
smelling
hours.
like white
Yes,
diamonds.
yes,
Okay,
Your
now,
Honor.
well,
Yeah.
hold on. So, what were you serving up at home that makes him like, I ain't going home. I'd rather drive around? I mean, what were you doing?
I wasn't doing anything. I was being a good mama to my kids. I was cooking and cleaning for him and ironing his work clothes, packing his lunch. And I'll be strict every now and then. That was because I was trying to motivate him.
And when you
I
say
was trying to
strict, what were you
motivate
doing?
him to pretty much trying to help him to get to his full potential. Like telling him, you should do it like this instead of taking this way. Or if you drive around all night, then you ain't gonna have no gas to get to work in the morning.
But I just gotta think you weren't like, honey, I really think that you ought to consider blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. I feel like it was more like, look at here.
Kind of more like that?
Well, sometimes it would be like that, but I'd be super frustrated because he wouldn't understand, he wouldn't get it. And we were so far behind in debt, I didn't know what else to really tell him to do.
Okay, now you have brought this suit and you're asking for damages, correct? Mm-hmm. Tell us about the debt that's going on.
We got unpaid rent from 2 different apartments.
Okay.
And I paid my half of the rent. He didn't pay his half of the rent. So it didn't get paid. Not only that, but we have old utility bills that he did not pay that went into collections. That's on my credit because everything was in my name because he couldn't fill out paperwork.
Okay, so the utility bills, and how much are you asking for that? It's $570.
Yes.
And those utilities were in your name?
It was in my name.
Okay.
And why didn't you add his name? If you were filling out the paperwork, why didn't you just fill it out for him
He didn't
too?
qualify because he already messed up his credit.
Oh, so you had to do it.
Yes.
Okay, and was the lease in your name only?
Yes, it was.
So
He was
both
on
of these
my
apartments.
lease. He was on the lease, but I was the head of household.
Okay, so was he on the lease, like he signed for it and was responsible for it too?
Yes.
Okay.
So you
No, Your
okay.
Honor, I was just on the lease.
You're saying
Just
you were
showing
just
on the lease.
a person listed
I
as
was
you were
just a
gonna be
person
living
that
there.
listed on the lease. Them bills and stuff, they're for her, because it's in her name, not my name.
Do you have a copy of any of the lease or leases?
Yes, I do. It's all in here.
Tasha, would you please get that?
Up next,
I paid my half, she didn't pay her half. What she do with her half, she go out, get her hair done, get her nails done, get makeup, fix herself up. I'm like,
That's after I gave you half of the rent money and the bill money. I gave it to you.
Your testimony was the compelling piece to this.
Unpaid rent from 2 different apartments.
What was he doing with the money?
I think he was tricking it off with females at his job, smelling
No,
like
Your
white
Honor.
diamonds.
no, Your Honor.
So was he on the lease, like he signed for it and was responsible for it too?
No, Your Honor, I was just on the lease.
Do you have a copy of any of the lease or leases?
Yes, I do.
No, ma'am.
I don't see a copy of the lease. I see
We got the pictures.
pictures of the auto accident.
And we've got things from your credit report, looks
Yeah,
like.
everything just made up, no.
You saying these aren't even real, huh?
She making everything up. Talking about what I ain't paid, I paid my half. She didn't pay her half. What she do with her half, she go out, get her hair done, get her nails done, get makeup, fix herself up. I'm like,
That's after I gave you half of the rent money and the bill money. I gave it to you.
Well, okay, Ms. Walton, let me just ask. Have there been instances where you all were supposed to pay the rent, but the half you were supposed to pay, you took it and did other stuff like hair and
No,
nails? You said that never happened?
Never
Yeah.
happened. Never.
I give her money, and that's all she think about is her.
He didn't give me
nails.
no money because he used to tell
clothes.
me that he paying half of the rent, but we end up getting evicted. So how
And
you
you-
paying half of the rent? What you doing with the money?
Well, let me ask this. Mr. Watkins, from how many places have you and Ms. Walton been evicted?
One.
Okay. Ms. Walton, how many, you've been evicted from 1 or 2 places?
2 places.
Okay, why do you say 2 and he says 1?
Because he don't know because he wasn't paying the rent.
Well, he wouldn't know if he got evicted when he came home and his stuff
No,
was
he
on the curb.
left the last time.
Oh, so you've been put out of 2 places?
Yes.
But he wasn't
'Cause
living
we
with
ended
you
up
in the
getting
second
divorced.
place?
Yes.
Okay, so
Oh.
how did that happen?
Because he ended up leaving me and my kids just high and dry. He said he left peaceably or whatever. Nah, he didn't. He left me in debt. He left me with all this stuff to handle by myself with no warning or nothing.
She came home one day and all your stuff was just gone.
All my stuff was just gone.
Why'd you leave?
I leave because she bad with money.
That's it? It wasn't because you didn't like her no more? Your reason for leaving her was that she was bad with money.
Her attitude is bad. Like,
So you were driving around each day for 6 hours before you went home, and one day you decided, I'm not going back.
And they did this for 7 years, Cutler.
well, I did went back, but every time I go back, it's a big problem. It's an argument. She yelling at me, telling me different stories about how I got perfume on my clothes and stuff like that. And I'm like, this came from work.
What I find interesting is they did this for 7 years. And I'm like, that's a long time.
It is, but I loved it, that man. I did. I loved him with everything in my heart and my soul.
And
I tried everything to make it work with him.
And at the end of the day, it was the end of the day.
It was the end of the day.
All right, I think we're ready to deliberate.
Okay. Well, at this time, Judge Dana and I are going to talk about this, and we're going to look at the evidence you submitted, review your testimony, and we'll let you know what we decide. Tashi, would you show our litigants out, please?
Her testimony kills her because she said everything was in her name. For whatever reason, it was in her name.
The thing is also, I mean, he says he wasn't on his responsible party.
Yeah.
She says he was. I mean, it's her burden as a plaintiff.
Correct.
And she hasn't met the burden because we can't tell.
All right.
All right. So
We're ready for our litigant. Ms. Walton, Mr. Watkins, we have had an opportunity to deliberate over your claim. We were both very grateful we didn't have to try to convince you all to stay together. That decision has been made. So the question is the $1,389 that you're asking for back rent and for utilities. There were a couple of things. One, as you probably know, you're bringing the claim so you have a burden of proof to support your claims. But your testimony was the compelling piece to this, and that was that the utilities were in your name solely. So that means that you're the only one legally responsible for it. With regards to the lease, there was testimony that didn't match. You were saying he was on the lease as a responsible person. Mr. Watkins was saying that he was not. So we needed you to bring a copy of the lease or something to show and support your position. So accordingly, we cannot fine for you on either claim regarding the rent or the utilities, because one, you were on the utilities by yourself, and number two, you weren't able to establish clearly that Mr. Watkins had any responsibility for the lease. But that's one of the reasons we tell people, when in love, you still need to take care of business. And if you're gonna be the one on the lease, you needed a document that Mr. Watkins signed saying, I'm responsible to you for half of the expenses, because you get to this point and it's all on you. And it's not a decision that we relish, but by the law, that's what we have to decide. So the ruling of the court is that we find in favor of the defendant on plaintiff's claim. That is the ruling. Court is adjourned.
Well, I feel about the judge's ruling that it was kind of fair in a way that I didn't have all my information together, but at the same time, it wasn't fair because he still owed me my money.
I feel like the judge ruled me today. I didn't have to pay it, and we got it over with.
In my next relationship, I won't be having these problems anymore. I won't.
Today on Cutler's Court.
Well, I'm here, Your Honor, because I suspect my boyfriend is cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend, and he haven't put her in her place as of yet.
You came here for some answers, right?
Yes, I did.
And we want to know whether or not this is going to work. The court will call Mr. John Yarbrough, our polygraph expert.
You asked Mr. Hudson, since dating Ms. Thomas, are you continuing to pursue relationships with any other women? What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph examination determined
The polygraph results will determine if he's been cheating. This is Cutler's Court. Shaylin Thomas is bringing her boyfriend to court because she's noticed a dramatic change in him since moving in together. She claims he has been accusatory, disrespectful, and worst of all, still communicates with his ex regularly. She is demanding he take a polygraph test to determine his commitment. Quan Hudson says his girlfriend won him over with her sense of humor and compassionate heart, but now she's controlling and quick to judge. He hopes to build a life with her, but needs the judge's advice to help him decide if the fight is worth it.
Your Honor, this is case number 1147, Thomas versus Hudson.
Thank you, Tashi. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
Ms. Thomas, you've come to court because you need some answers regarding your relationship. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, tell me why you're here.
Well, I'm here, Your Honor, because I suspect my boyfriend, which is George, is cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend, and he haven't put her in her place as of yet. And my breaking point would be, if he doesn't, I would end the relationship.
And her place is in the rearview mirror.
I want it to be officially done.
Mr. Hudson, is this ex lurking in your today instead of yesterday?
Yeah, but not like that. The contact with my kids, that's it. That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
So your ex is also the mother of your children.
Yes, ma'am.
So you still have contact because you're co-parenting with her.
Correct.
But Ms. Thomas thinks it's something more than that.
She thinks that.
It is.
Why do you think that, Ms. Thomas?
The conversations they have is about their past life. It's nothing pertaining to the kids whatsoever.
So what does that look like?
That you hurt me, did me wrong. She's jealous. She screenshots my pictures. I feel like she still wants to be with him.
How would he put her in her place? What does that look like for you?
This is my girlfriend. Respect our boundaries. Stop harassing her and reaching out to her, and we should co-parent, and that's it. The conversation should be nothing besides the children. And That's how I feel.
And what would be the boundaries you'd have set?
Don't call him 80 times a night, which she does. She's called him 80 times block, harass me, his friends.
You said that she disrespects you and harasses you. How does she do that?
It first started with the 80 missed calls. She's called him 80 times. She harasses me, go on my Instagram, takes screenshots of my pictures, put it in a group chat, speaks about me, saying I'm ugly. It's harassment at this point, and it's overwhelming because I have never dealt with something like this.
Are you in the group chat?
Oh, no, I wish I was.
Then how do you know she's doing that?
It's like, I ain't gonna lie, I be checking his phone when it's open, when he's asleep. So I be seeing everything that's going on.
He's in the group chat, and so you see what she posts of you.
Yes.
Okay, have you set any boundaries or talked to your ex about, look, you can't call me all times of night unless it's an emergency. You stop disrespecting my girlfriend, stop harassing her. Have you had that conversation with?
I had that conversation plenty of times, Your Honor. And
Okay, have you had that conversation with Ms. Thomas present?
Yes, I did.
My question to you is, are you willing to have that conversation with your ex? Look, I'm in a new relationship. Hold on. I'm in a new relationship. I want to co-parent effectively with you. But unless it's an emergency with my children, here are the hours you can call me. And I know you can't control her in terms of what she does online, on
That
social.
part.
So, but you could at least
That
say
part.
to her, I see it and I don't like it and I wish you would stop. Well, are you willing to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If he does that with you present, doesn't that qualify for what you're asking him to do?
It would be a miracle if he was to do that. I've been asking about that for a year
You
now.
have not answered my question. It's a yes or a no.
I mean,
would that satisfy you? Because you're saying he's never done it. He's never told her.
Just presume he's going to do it. Presume that
Would you-
tomorrow he's going to do that.
even if he was to do it, I just feel like it wouldn't be a change because she feels how she feels.
Look, I cannot control this gentleman in the front row. All I can do is say, gentleman in the front row, this, and this. Now, what he does with it, I'm not responsible for. So you can't hold him responsible for another grown person's actions. All you can do is say, okay, love, I see that you've spoken with her, you've set some limits. It's up to her. Now, she may say, to all of this.
Yeah. You and your limits.
And you and your limits and something else too. That's not on him.
It's a possibility, I could say.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay.
I would like to give you guys my backstory.
Sure.
Me and my boyfriend, we met on a dating site. I thought he was attractive, you know, charming, sweet, faithful. We first met when I flew to Miami. Everything was good up until we moved in with each other. And that's when it took a turn.
How long after you?
5 months. It was extremely too fast.
Okay, so 5 months after meeting him, you moved in together?
Yes.
Wow, that was
Yeah.
quick.
I know.
So you lived in Miami
Yes, ma'am.
and you moved to New York
Yes, ma'am.
For her?
for
Yes,
her?
ma'am.
Okay. Were you all seeing each other in the 5 months in between, or was this all mostly by phone?
Honestly, I only seen him one time, right? Yes, once.
Your Honor, let me tell you my side of the story.
Okay.
So when we met each other for the first time, we met each other on IHOP. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I was a Sean, I was a hoe, like a thotty. But listen, anyway.
You were?
Yeah, I was.
Okay, I was like, let me make sure I heard that right.
Hold on.
Okay,
I had 2 phones. Well, for the but let me keep it going. But I had 2 phones though. But when I took her out on a date to IHOP, I showed her my phone. I gave her my phone. I told her respectfully, you're gonna see something on my phone that you're gonna dislike, respectfully. And I gave it to her. I showed it to her. After that, she haven't been jacking me for real. Ever since, you know, the big booty girls on Instagram that I've been liking, and yeah, I feel like it's the trust thing. Like we be trying to build that trust, but.
So you saying you didn't, after you met her, took her out, you put that to the side?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you believe that?
No, I didn't believe it because he was sitting here lusting, you know, over the big booty girls. But I have a big butt myself. No disrespect, you guys, but I would like, you know what I'm saying? I would like to give y'all a little show. This is my thing, you know what I mean? It's like, how can you lust over big booty girls and you have one right here?
When you say he's lusting after BBWs, what is he doing?
Oh, he's liking every picture. And when it comes to my page, he barely likes anything. He's not in my likes. He's not liking my pictures. But these girls, he's obsessed with them.
Coming up.
He has insecurities. He came in, you know, with his past relationship. He started smelling my panties. Every time I come home, he smelled my panties.
Did you say?
That's what I'm saying, like.
Did you say he smells your panties?
Yeah, he sniffs my panties every time I come in. If I'm going to work, if I'm going to school.
What are you sniffing for?
I ain't gonna lie, because I want to smell.
Are you in a situationship and need advice? Submit your case at cutlerscourt.com.
I suspect my boyfriend, which is George, is cheating on me with his ex-girlfriend. He was sitting here lusting, you know, over the big booty girls, but I have a big butt myself. How can you lust over big booty girls and you have one right here?
When you say he's lusting after BBWs, what is he doing?
Oh, he's liking every picture. And when it comes to my page, he barely likes anything. He's not in my likes. But these girls, he's obsessed with them.
But why does he have to like your pictures? He has you.
Because he's supposed to be obsessed with me.
He's with you.
Yeah.
The reason I'm harping on this is because I think that's unrealistic for you to say he's not going to look at any other woman.
But liking every picture?
Well, that's something
every
different.
big booty girl picture?
Okay, wait a minute. Here's the rule in the Cutler house. It cuts both ways. He's on a diet, but he can look at the menu. He can even like the menu, long as he comes to my restaurant.
That's it. That's official.
So the reality is, men are men. Actually,
True,
women are women.
that.
And they're going to look and be like, But as long as they come home to you.
I wouldn't feel no way if he didn't lack in communication and is disrespectful, because when I do get upset or if I'm crying, he would just stand there and just look at me. Like he would not comfort me. He was like, oh, I don't care about your feelings.
Okay, let me ask you something. when she cried, let me just ask you, do you say, I don't care about your feelings?
I do.
Okay, is that how you feel?
Exactly.
Okay, so is that really how you feel?
No.
Okay.
That's out of anger.
So does the uncomfortability show up as anger?
A little bit when I feel like you antagonizing me of something when I'm not doing, like you accusing me of something when I'm doing, but I'm not doing though.
Because she's accused him of something and she's crying, at that point, he doesn't care.
Alright.
Because he's like, I'm not doing anything, so that's your problem, you crying. Because I haven't done anything. Is that accurate, Mr. Hudson?
It's accurate for me.
I would like to add something so you guys can have an idea. He has insecurities. He came in, you know, with his past relationship. He started smelling my panties. Every time I come home, he smells my panties. He tracks my phone.
Did you say?
I'm saying, like.
Did you say he smells your panties?
Yeah, he sniffs my panties every time I come in. If I'm going to work, if I'm going to school, like if I even went to the store, I'm getting he
So how does that happen?
He's sneaky. So when I'm taking a shower, he goes in the closet and sniff all my clothes, even sniff me when I'm asleep. He smells me while I'm asleep.
How do you know this?
He told me. I'm not gonna lie, I believe him. At times I don't even feel when he's touching me or sniffing me. So yeah, it's very possible.
What are you sniffing for?
I ain't gonna lie. I was sniffing her panties because when she go to work, of course she go drop it like it's hot, make a couple dollars. You get what I'm saying?
No.
When she come home,
What does she do?
Nah, drop it like drop it like it's hot. Like
when she
on
goes
the
to
pole,
work?
on the pole, yes.
So what's your occupation?
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
What's your occupation?
Go-go dancer, I say, keep it cute.
Okay, you're a go-go dancer. All right, fine. Well, what do you hope to smell? What do you hope to gain by this exercise?
Because I want to smell.
He hoped to think I'm cheating. That's the problem.
Let me ask you the different
She
way.
leave at 12 o'clock at night, doing what she do, come home at 5 a.m. early in the morning.
But isn't that what you do when you do that?
When
When that's your occupation as a go-go dancer.
Okay, listen, but I ain't know that though. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't know what? You didn't
I didn't know she was dropping it like it's hot
cap.
at the pole.
That's cap.
I didn't know
Okay,
that.
everybody quiet.
Up next,
You came here for some answers, right?
Yes, I did.
And you, Mr. Hudson, submitted to a polygraph examination. Is that correct? And we want to know whether or not this is going to work.
You asked Mr. Hudson, since dating Ms. Thomas, have you had any inappropriate interactions with online models? What was his answer to that question?
His answer to that question was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph examination revealed
He started smelling my panties. Every time I come home, he smells my panties.
What are you sniffing for?
I ain't gonna lie. When she go to work, or she go drop it like it's hot, make a couple dollars.
So what's your occupation?
Ooh.
What's your occupation?
Go-go dancer, I say, keep it cute.
What do you hope to smell? What do you hope to gain by this exercise?
Because I want to smell.
How long have you been doing the dancing? Has it been more than a year?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were doing that when you all started.
Yes.
Okay, how did you not know that's what she was doing?
He did.
She don't embrace that, Your Honor.
Whether she embraces it or not, you knew about it, right?
No, I didn't.
When did you find out about it?
When one time she left me at home and she told me she was going to work. She said she got to go to this club.
Before that point, what did you think she did for a living?
Sell.
Wow. Oh,
Okay.
damn.
This is your last warning. I don't like that language in my courtroom. You use respectful language in my courtroom in front of my wife and my judge. You understand? Now let's try this again. Before she told you she was going out with her friends, what did you think she did for a living?
She told me she used to be a nurse.
Did you believe that?
Yes.
Okay.
She got a certificate.
So one night she said she's going out with her friends, it's late, she doesn't come home till 5 o'clock, and you decide you want to smell her panties.
Every day.
What were you smelling for? What were you hoping to find?
Sex, must.
Okay, did you?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever?
No.
How do you think this lands with her? Like, Is this really working for your relationship that you standing around waiting for her to take a shower and sniff her clothes? Do you think this is healthy?
Yeah.
It's toxic.
You think
he's
no,
toxic.
be quiet. You think this is healthy?
Yes.
Well, you came here for some answers, right?
Yes, I did.
And you, Mr. Hudson, submitted to a polygraph examination. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we want to know whether or not this is going to work. I don't think it is. But let's just find out for you what's going on.
Okay.
At this time, the court will call Mr. John Yarbrough, our polygraph expert, to find out the results of your polygraph exam. Tashi, would you bring him in?
You administered a polygraph examination on Mr. Hudson, correct?
Yes, I did.
All right. Let's take a look at the questions you asked him and the answers he gave. You asked Mr. Hudson, since dating Ms. Thomas, have you had any inappropriate interactions with online models? What was his answer to that question?
His answer to that question was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph examination revealed there was deception to that question.
You asked Mr. Hudson, since dating Ms. Thomas, have you had any sexual contact with any other women? What was his response to that question?
His response was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
The polygraph examination determined there was no deception indicated to that question.
All right, Mr. Hudson, you're 1 for 1. So I guess this will break the tie. You asked Mr. Hudson, since dating Ms. Thomas, are you continuing to pursue relationships with any other women? What was his answer to that question?
His answer was no.
What did the polygraph determine?
Polygraph examination determined there was no deception indicated to that question.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
you have heard the results of the polygraph examination. I'm not going to talk to you about that. What I'm going to talk to you about is the level of disrespect that you're living in. And the fact that when he was asked what you did for a living, he blithely, in front of the world, said he thought you were a hooker. That kind of disrespect and what you've described, like somebody waiting and lurking to smell your underwear,
Yeah.
no, ma'am. You don't deserve that. My recommendation to you is go get your life and get on with it.
Mr. Hudson, I would say to you that in any relationship that you are in from this point forward, you need to make sure your ex is not a part of it. But you cannot let your ex, your family members, anybody else interfere with your relationship with whoever you're with, because it's not going to work. Ms. Thomas talked about how she felt disrespected, how she felt harassed. Whoever you're in a relationship with cannot feel that way from other members of your family. That is something you need to take with you from this court proceeding. If you don't take anything else, you've got to make sure the person you're involved in a relationship with feels loved, feels protected, and that you have their back. That is the determination of this court. Best of luck to both of you. Good luck going your separate ways. This court is adjourned.
It's probably not gonna work. If we get some counseling, maybe it could work, but I felt like the lie detector test was a lot.
I feel like the first and the second question was right, but the first question was false. I'm gonna try to get it back, most definitely.
Today on Cutler's Court.
You have not given me any money for rent at all.
All it is with you is money. That's all it is. This whole thing is. It's not anything else.
As soon as we got moving in with each other, he's like selfish in bed, you know?
Why are you sneaky about everything? Why you always gotta have extra toys around, extra lingerie around I've never seen?
Because it takes you 2 minutes to climax, that's why.
We'll find out today if he is ordered to pay. This is Cutler's Court. Sarah Fry is suing her boyfriend for $1,800 after he failed to pay his share of the rent. She learned quickly after he moved in that he was not the man she thought he was, and now is here to get what she's owed. Richard Hughes says his girlfriend is the selfish one. and always makes everything about money. He claims she kicked him out multiple times, and he paid for the time he was there. He now suspects she kicked him out because she was sleeping with the maintenance man.
Your Honor, this is case number 1137, Fry versus Hughes.
Thank you, sir. Miss Fry, you have brought your significant other to this court to find out, are you all gonna make it? Tell me what's going on.
I'm here ultimately to get the money that's owed to me, you know?
Okay.
That's what I'm not leaving here without it. There's just some things that are on the table that I'd like to get out.
So I understand that you have an arbitration claim. You have a claim for some rent, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, I wanna know how you two met.
So we actually met about a year ago for a mutual friend of ours. We've been living together for, I'd say, 6 months now. You know, he's selfish, pretty much.
Was he selfish when you first met him, or was he okay when you first met him?
He was all right when I first met him until we started moving in together, you know. Then that's whenever...
Then things changed.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mr. Hughes.
It was fine at first, you know. We both had our own place and everything. Then once we moved in to get together, it got a little bit more, you know, trying to get to know each other when you're doing that. And she's just unreasonable about a lot of different things.
Okay, well, nothing rings truer than when you start living together, right, Mr.
Yeah,
Miller?
I tell couples, you know, it's a different animal when you start living together. So just be prepared for it. And it sounds like it is a different animal, and that animal's got y'all by the tail right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's more or less like whenever you say that you agree to something, you know, you have to stick to your agreements, right?
Right.
But that's how all it is with you is money. That's all it is. This whole thing.
Well, no,
it's not
there's
anything
not
else.
always money, but there's some things that are money, you know? What about whenever we go to the grocery store? And whenever we
And
go
I
to the
pay for
grocery store, we go to
everything?
the,
I
at
know.
first you were paying for stuff, and then now you're not. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not there anymore. But
Well, that's because you have moved out 2 weeks ago. What about the past 3 months?
how do you think the bills got paid?
How do you think the bills got paid? I paid them. I picked up the slack.
What
do you mean?
Are we
ouch.
here with them?
We
Shall
are.
we jump in?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
They
Shall we
kinda-
jump in or just let them to go?
Yeah, well, they kind of answered some of the questions I had. So
What made you decide to move in with him?
Well, at first he was great. You know, he knew how to treat me right, and he was very kind and generous, and you know, and then after, it seems like as soon as we got moving in with each other, he's like selfish in bed. You know, he's selfish in the bedroom, and
Yeah,
he
because somebody
wants-
works 60
yeah.
hours a week. Somebody just sits home.
all right, so when you say selfish in bed, is it like, no, you
Like-
can't have it, or?
No, more like he climaxes after 2 minutes, and
Oh,
then
3? Give me
expects me
3
to
at
use
least. Come on
toys to
now.
get, you know, that's what he does. Yeah.
That's right.
Well, yeah.
This is the way she does things. She just blows things up. She makes up stories as she goes. And
Well, hold on, Mr. Hughes. Not to dwell on this, of course, but before you moved in, that wasn't an issue?
That was not an issue, no.
so it just
I
became
would have never moved in if it was the case. Come on now.
how does it just happen? I'm thinking sexually wise. It
moved
doesn't
in
just
with me
change
sexually.
overnight.
Well, it could. You know, it's there. You have to work hard to. God, that was an awful.
Okay.
You have to put some energy into keeping things spicy, I would say.
Well, she's doing that with other people. I'm finding things around the house that I don't even have nothing to do with.
No.
I don't even know what these
Wait a
sex
minute,
toys
hold on,
are.
just a minute. What do you mean by that?
Well, I was looking for a key that she usually keeps somewhere, so I'm in the drawer looking for it, and all of a sudden, there's something looks like goes in a bathtub. Well, a little find out it's a butt plug, and I know it wasn't mine.
Hey, you know what it is?
Okay.
What it is though is it's something that I try to spice up our life with. Is what
How
it
come
was.
I never knew about it?
But right, you never knew about it because you weren't there. Because
Oh,
you
I
take
know,
off
so
to
at
go do
work.
through. I put a tracker on my car, and guess what?
What?
He's nowhere where he said he is. I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
And I'm coming to find out when he's over at his friend's house, like he says, he's nowhere at his friend's house.
Okay.
He's over at his ex-girlfriend's house.
Oh, yeah,
right.
that's
And I'm the cheater, right? I'm the cheater.
So
that's
let
not
me-
even close to true.
Hold
That's
on, Hold on,
ridiculous.
Mr. Hughes. I'm gonna ask you in a minute, but I gotta ask Ms. Fry, what made you put the tracker on the car in the first place?
He said he was going to go to his friend's house, right? And his friend
Only
has a
the
girlfriend
guilty
that's a
do
good
it.
friend of mine. Well, whenever I go to call her and ask her if he had made it over there or not, she said he had never even been there.
Okay.
So I'm like, that's kind of funny, and that's not the first time that that's happened.
What made you call to make sure he got there?
First, that he's loud and insecure, you know?
What's that?
If he's insecure with me, out of nowhere, of course it's going to prompt anybody to think like, well, what's really going on, you know? Why would you be
Okay.
insecure about things?
Why are you sneaky about everything? Why you always got to have extra toys around, extra lingerie around I've never seen?
Because it takes you 2 minutes to climax, that's why.
Oh, but it didn't before, right? But it just instantly did it.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Hughes and Miss Fry, did you all move into a new place?
No,
or
he moved in with me.
And to his point, did it go like, I move in on Monday, the next time we have sex is 2 minutes, or did you see a gradual change?
No, like it was gradually, you know, like at first it was great, you know, he had time for me, time for us in the bedroom, made sure I was taken care of.
Well, then have to start paying all your
even
bills.
after what?
Hold on, even after you moved in?
Yes, like as soon as he started accusing me of things, like when I go to work, I wear heels, right, to work because I work in an office.
When did you go to work?
All of a sudden when I go to work, these kind of heels are hooker heels.
She started seeing things like the lingerie, the toys, and she knew nothing about them. They weren't worn anywhere around me. I've never seen them. They were worn.
Ask her about them.
Yeah. She said, oh, they're new.
Up next,
He gets so mad he breaks things, you know, and he's like, he just gets so upset and like aggressive, you know, and I'm like.
does your ex owe you money and never paid you back? Submit your case at cutlerscourt.com.
You have a claim for some rent, is that correct?
That's correct. Whenever you say that you agree to something, you know, you have to stick to your agreements, right?
Right.
All it is with you is money.
You saw lingerie and you saw toys.
And she knew nothing about them. They weren't worn anywhere around me. I've never seen them. They
Did
were
you
worn.
ask her about them?
Yeah.
All right, but what I'm trying to get to is she says that there's been a decline. Now, whether it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes,
You
10
heard
minutes.
it the same time as me.
She says it started around the time you started accusing her, and I'm suspecting that about the time she started accusing you, you were like, look, I'm going through the motions, get what I need, and I'm out. Is that?
Not even really that. Partly maybe, but more than anything else, it's just that she's comes after me. It's like the guilty is the one that's always out there trying to blame someone else.
That's because
not doing anything.
That's why you're always accusing me, because you're guilty.
You're the one that put the code reader on a car.
I did, because
so
you
extreme.
kept accusing me of things.
Hold on, let me ask
Being
you
ridiculous, like usual.
Have you visited with your ex-girlfriend?
No.
Since you all been living together?
No.
It tracked him to his ex-girlfriend's house when he was supposed to be at our friend's house.
And how do you know that's his ex-girlfriend's house?
Because we had been over there in the past, you know? Before him and I got together, we met at a mutual friend's house, right? And it was at the ex-girlfriend's house. Remember that?
No.
Is that your mutual
Don't remember
friend?
that. Why would I take my new girlfriend to my
No.
ex-girlfriend's house? That's ridiculous.
Once you found out from the tracker that he was at his ex-girlfriend's house, did you confront Mr. Hughes about it?
I did.
How did you do that?
I called him as soon as I found out he was over there. I called him and I was like, where are you at right now? Oh, guess what? He doesn't answer the phone. So I leave him a nice long message.
A message saying what?
Letting him know, like, hey, I got this code reader in the car, and I've been tracking your record. I've been tracking where you've been going. Like, now I know why you're accusing me of all these things. You're going behind my back and seeing nothing.
And you leave all of this in a voicemail?
Yes.
Mr. Hughes, did you discover a tracker in your car, yes or no?
No.
Okay.
It's the first time I'm hearing everything. This is a good story she's got. I've not heard any of this before.
Has she accused you of not being in places where you said you were?
Yes.
Okay. Give me an example of that.
Maybe I'm taking too long, or I'm not getting home quick enough from work or whatnot. She asks me where I'm at. I've worked a little overtime. I take as much overtime as I can, so I'm late coming home from work sometimes. I'm not trying to hide anything from her. I'm working.
Okay, and when you tell her this, does she then accuse you of being with some other woman?
No, she doesn't say that exactly. She'll just keep hounding me on, where were you? Where were you? Well, at work.
Have there been instances where she says she's called your phone and you haven't answered?
Of course.
And what do you tell her?
I'm working.
He lies.
I'm working.
He does. He lies.
Hold on.
Okay.
I can't answer. I don't have time to answer the phone at work. When I'm working, I'm working. That's
But
not
when we
mine
first
or
got
time.
together,
That's my time.
Hold on,
Wait.
Miss
I'm
Fry.
getting ready to ask you the
Sorry.
question.
Sorry.
When you all first started dating,
He had all the time in the world to pick up the phone.
so you
know?
would call, he would
Yeah.
be at work, and he
Yep.
would respond.
Yep, he sure would. And
Yeah.
if he didn't, he called me at lunch, you know? And now he doesn't. He's a liar. And for two, because, and he gets so mad he breaks things, you know? And he's like, he just gets so upset and slams the
All this
cabinets
proof
at the
you
house,
have, but you
right?
don't have nothing.
He slams all the cabinets at the house, breaks them, boom. And then
I
now
fix 'em,
we got to, of course, we have to call the maintenance. Yeah.
And did he come and fix the cabinets?
He did. He came to fix the cabinets, but while he's there, Richard is over the top of him, standing over the top of him, accusing him of him and I haven't done things together. And I'm like,
What do you mean? Wait.
what?
And you haven't?
So he's over there, he's fixing the cabinets, and Richard's standing over the top of him like this, hovering. He's like, so what are you
I'm
doing
watching
down
what
there?
he's doing.
Is that how you touch my girlfriend or what? You know?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of deal. And I'm like, what?
And how
I
does
never
it-
even met this guy. Never even met him.
Not even.
So that was the first time he had been in your apartment?
Yes.
All right, and what conversation did you and Mr. Hughes have
Oh, my-
after the maintenance man left?
The all out, drawn out. argument.
When he
Mr.
made
Hughes,
this
Mr. Hughes.
And then
Hold on.
Jesus Christ.
Richie leaves for 2 weeks after that.
Okay.
You know
moved
what?
out.
Mr. Hughes.
Wait. I'm done. I need you to be quiet.
Yes, ma'am.
I need you to be quiet
When the other's talking.
when the other's talking.
Or when
Otherwise,
we're talking.
Oh,
Up next,
May, June,
May,
July.
June, July. So you gave her $600 each of those months for rent.
Yes.
Now, you say your maintenance man witness is here.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Did you all have sex before he moved out?
And Richard's standing over the top of him like this, hovering. He's like, so what are you
I'm
doing
watching
down
what
there?
he's doing.
Is that how you touch my girlfriend or what? You know?
Oh, yeah,
that kind of deal. And I'm like, what? I never even met this guy. Never even met him.
How did the maintenance man respond?
The maintenance man was like, what?
The maintenance man came to your place to fix the cabinets, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did you at that time accuse him of having some kind of inappropriate relationship with Miss Fry?
No, I heard them whispering out there, and then she rushed me out the door to go do something, run to the store or something, and had me leave. So I wasn't even there while the guy did it.
Okay, you heard them whispering where?
And they were in the kitchen.
Okay. And where were you when you heard them whispering?
I was in the bedroom.
So you heard them whispering from almost
Yeah,
another
you can
room?
hear you can hear when people are talking and not wanting, or they're talking softly.
Okay. So did you at any point accuse her of having some kind of relationship with
Her, yes.
With the maintenance man? Okay.
Yes. And then she just goes, I'm not doing this, and that's when it kind of turned into a little argument. I've never broke a cabinet. I didn't break those cabinets. Cabinets were loose in the first place.
Okay. So is the only reason you believe she had some kind of relationship with the maintenance man was because you heard them whispering on that one occasion?
No.
What other reason do you have to believe that there's something between Miss Fry and the maintenance man?
She had text messages from him planning on getting together, his name on there, Smiley, on their phone. She's going back and forth with him about meeting up and this and that. So there's more.
So how do you know Smiley is this particular person?
Because on the thread, it also had talking about the cabinets.
Did you have an inappropriate relationship with the maintenance man?
Did I? Yes, after he moved out.
Oh, okay.
After he moved
when
out,
I moved
yes.
out 2 weeks ago.
After he moved out.
It's not all of a sudden you had no relationship with the maintenance man and then he moves out and it's like, hey, psst, come here.
No, like
It
what
doesn't
happened was after that cabinet deal, right? After that, whenever I'd be in the parking lot or something and the maintenance guy would come up and he'd open up the door for me for my car, you know? And I'd be like, that was really nice. And just the way he spoke to me was like kind, like I'm a human being, like I'm a woman, you know? He treats me right, you know?
2 weeks.
The maintenance man treats me right, honestly. But that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he did have a verbal agreement with me on what we came here originally for, which was the rent.
Which is where
you know?
I was headed.
But the maintenance man is here as my witness, though. So.
Oh, is he? Let's deal with this money 1st.
All right, so you have a claim for how much?
It's $1,800, yeah.
What does that $1,800 represent?
That represents the 6 months that we were together. So the rent is $1,200, right? And then he paid for the first 4 months. The last 3 months, he has not been paying.
Has he lived there during those 3 months?
Yeah, he sure has, yep. He's
Okay.
been there for the past 3 months, except for the last 2 weeks he left, you know?
Is there a lease?
There is a verbal agreement between him and I. The lease is in my name.
And the verbal agreement was?
That we split half the bills.
Half the bill, all the bills?
Yes.
Okay, has he paid utilities?
Yeah.
All the other bills?
Yeah.
The only
Except for
bill-
the rent. The rent's the only thing he hasn't paid.
So, Mr. Hughes, did you agree to pay half the rent?
Yes, I did.
Have you paid the rent the last 3 months?
Yes, I've given her money every month, and I paid the first 4 months. I paid it all.
You're mixing apples and oranges.
Correct.
Because you said you paid the rent the first 4 months, and Judge Dana asked you, did you pay the rent for those 3 months? You said, I gave her money. The reason why that's not an answer to the question is because Ms. Fry has already testified that you paid utilities also, part of utilities. So you could have given her money, paid for the utilities, and still not paid the rent.
Exactly.
That's why you didn't answer the question she asked you.
Exactly.
Well done, Mr. Cutler.
That's why I get to sit up here.
Yeah.
With you.
I'm going to keep you.
All right. So have you paid rent? Either given her money specifically for rent or paid to the landlord rent during the last 3 months?
Yes.
And how did you give it to her? Cash? Did you cash app it to her? Was
Cash.
All right.
Okay.
So wait.
May, June,
May,
July.
June, July. So you gave her $600 each of those months for rent.
Yes.
And you always paid her in cash, so there's no paper trail.
Yeah, I'm not on the lease, so I was just handing her the money. Trusted it was going to get paid.
Why would I lie and say that he gave me the money for the utilities had he given me the money for rent, you know? That's God's honest truth. You have not given me any money for rent.
All right, so I think we've got what we need for the rent question.
Yes.
Right. Now, you say your
The
maintenance man
man.
witness is here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's hear from our maintenance man. Good day, sir. How are you?
How are you?
All right. Would you state your name, please, for our record?
Cameron Jeffrey Gillings.
Mr. Gillings, you are the maintenance man for the place where Miss Fry and Mr. Hughes used to live together, correct?
Correct.
All right. Did you know they were a couple while you were working there as a maintenance man?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
and you knew they lived together?
Yes.
Are you involved in a relationship with Miss Fry?
As of right now, yes.
Let me just ask the question everybody wants to know. Did you all have sex before he moved out?
That I don't know.
You
Before he
what?
moved out? No.
No, don't look at her. Look at
I didn't know anything about that.
About, you don't know that you had sex with her?
No,
or not?
I'm saying I don't know about if he moved when he moved out or didn't move out.
Okay, when was
Yeah.
the first time you were intimate with Miss Fry? How long ago?
About 2 weeks ago.
I think we have enough for our deliberations.
Tashi, would you please escort them out?
Good luck.
Okay.
Are you without words at this point?
It's like, I know I was born in the evening, but I wasn't born yesterday evening. Are you kidding me? He moves out and he's instantly in. Now, whether
With no prior groundwork?
No, yeah. So, no ma'am. That's not what happened.
Okay.
But that ain't our decision. They've already made the best choice for both of them. Go your separate ways.
With the rent money?
No ma'am. First of all, they have given us no evidence.
Of
Not
nothing.
of nothing.
Not a text message.
Not a text
Not a
message.
printout from the
locator.
tracker.
No receipts. No lease. The only thing she brought was her boyfriend in here. So I'm gonna give them exactly what they gave me.
All right, that works for me. All right, let's have our litigants back in, please.
So we've had an opportunity to deliberate over the claim. When a party brings a lawsuit, they have the burden of proof. The burden of proof is we have to have evidence of the matter. You claim that he owes you $1,800. We have nothing from you but your testimony, and then we have his disputed testimony. Not a lease, not a receipt, not a text message, nothing. And so in those situations, the court has to provide you exactly what you gave it. Nothing. So we are going to find in favor of Mr. Hughes, the defendant. That is the ruling of this court. Court is adjourned.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sarah, I paid, you know. It obviously started, I paid, so why would I stop paying? These people are crazy ass, man. I gotta go.
I think it was BS. I think that I should have gotten, my portion of the money that was owed to me, honestly. I think that that somebody doesn't pay you what they say they're going to owe you, or that they're going to pay you, they should pay it,
Yeah, somebody's word's everything. I mean, that's the most important. I mean, somebody says they're going to do something and follow through, you follow through and you do that.